Hello, it's the Curious Love back with another video, and today we have a new episode of Fear the Walking Dead that just premiered this last Sunday. It is Season 2, Episode 2, We All Fall Down, and we are off the boat for most of this episode. As we picked up from last week, they have something chasing them. It's all still very, ominous, and some things happen in this episode that make me think maybe not everything is on the up and up with Mr. Strand, but we'll get to that. So they are running, they make landfall at a nature preserve, which personally I think is a pretty smart idea, because why not? There'd be less people there naturally, so they can just go there, hopefully, and be okay. And as luck would have it, there is one family already there. They've got some supplies, are able to sort of house our refugees for a little bit. But as always happens with The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, there's something going on, because we can't just have normal groups of people ever. There's always somebody doing something, cannibals and whatever. Walking Dead, man. You need to sort yourself out. This was a very depressing episode for me. I love children, and gosh, everything with Nick and the kids was so adorable. Nick continues to be my favorite character. He's something that we haven't seen on The Walking Dead before. He's very different than a lot of characters, and I think shining a light on kind of mental illness and addiction is always a good thing, and why not in the middle of a zombie apocalypse? Hey! So yeah, overall this episode was a little bit, I would say, stagnant. Again, Fear the Walking Dead kind of has this thing where you'll have just like peaks of just action and then just episodes with nothing. Granted, we're only on season 2, episode 2 of season 2, and obviously there's not much to go on, but I mean, if we're going off of last season, there was just nothing, and then the end of the season happened, and then we had the last episode which showed a couple little things, and this episode a couple little things, but really it was just a lot of character development, a lot of finding out about this family. Overall, I feel like what was most important about this episode was finding out about Strand. And it seemed like this episode was a vessel for Daniel to stay behind on the boat and kind of sniff Strand out and see what's going down with him. So yeah, I don't know. I personally never really felt like I trusted Strand to begin with. He had his whole leaving people behind in the high school last season, and he seems like he's kind of only out for number one. And there were some people in the comments from last week's video who were not about me making fun of Strand's little it's my boat thing, but so I'm sorry if you're a big fan of him, but that's you. For me, I think that there is something fishy going on, and obviously we had him talking very cryptically on a radio. And yeah, I don't know what's going to go down with that. Personally, I think that he actually knows the people that are chasing them. I don't know why. I don't really have a lot of, there's not a lot to go on in general. So we'll see. But he was obviously radioing somebody, and he was all about don't get on the radio, don't get on the radio. So he's gotta know something about what's going on, because it was just too perfect that they were perfectly following them every time he zigged and zagged, and then they went away just in time for them to need to leave. I thought it was very sad that the older brother and the little brother stayed behind together, and that was all very depressing. I hope we get to see those characters again, because I always hate it in The Walking Dead when we have all these characters that end up splintering off and we never see them again. I still want to know what happened to that family that parted off from them. It was a mom and dad and 2 little kids when they left the Atlanta camp and went to the CDC way back in season 1. I want to run into run into them again. English. Yeah, I don't know. I'm all about tying up loose ends. I love when characters and TV shows come back seasons later. I don't know. I always like that sort of stuff. So I would like to see these boys again. overall, still kind of not trustworthy as far as Strand goes, but we'll see. Obviously, if he turns out to maybe just have something that's dangerous for them to know, there are obviously ways that he could be being secretive and he thinks that he's being right. But yeah, we'll see going forward. What did you guys think of this week's episode? What was it called again? We All Fall Down. What did you guys think? Comment below. Let me know kind of where you think we're going. Are you guys okay with the not as many zombies? Are you bored? I'm personally not bored. I just feel like I get a little bit of whiplash from like craziness to just like kind of nothing happening all season. Are you with me? Do you love Nick? I love Nick. I think it might just be because he was in Harry Potter. But, all right. Well, I will see you guys next week for more Fear the Walking Dead. And I will see you guys this weekend for the first episode of Season 6 of Game of Thrones. All right. Bye, guys.